Hello there guys, Elita-Legionarii here, and today I am bringing you a very quick and very aggressive 3v3 for Medieval 2 Total War. Just before I start, I just need to make a quick apology in that my voice may sound kind of croaky or rattly. I've had a bit of a sore throat in the last week or so, and I've been losing my voice a little bit, so if this sounds kind of crap or bad or high-pitched or anything terrible, that is why, so I apologise for that in advance. But I want to get back into regular commentary, so I didn't want to put it off, and it's really not that bad, so I just went with it. Anyway, this was a really great 3v3, as I said, a very aggressive 3v3. It was very rapid, so I'm going to probably pause a couple of times in this battle, or I'll use the slowdown trick, see as I now remember how to do it. But this battle was very epic, but it was very aggressive and very rapid. So I'm playing as England, as you can see. This is a high periods 15k game. I got two peasant archers up here. Similar strategy to what I was going with before, just a couple of cheap units to take the shots and just add extra firepower as needed. It doesn't really bother me as to which. I've got 4 units of longbowmen. I have 5 units of armoured swordsmen. I have 4 English knights, 1 mailed knight, a general's bodyguard, and 2 dismounted English knights. So that's my army. To my immediate left down here is Swedes, the SwedishLandsKnekt-Scotland. He has, he's got 3 noble Highland archers, 3 Highland pikemen. I'll pause it because the battle's already starting. 6 dismounted feudal knights, 1 Gaeler-Gleish, and 1 Highland nobles. Then for cavalry, he's got a general's bodyguard, 3 feudal knights, and 2 mailed knights. So that's his army. And then to my right is an old ally of me in Swedes. He hasn't played with us in probably like a year. It's been ages, but this is he's using the name Legolas, but his name was Timeless back in the day, about a year ago, so he used to play this quite regularly, and he got pretty good. And to be honest, he played very well in this fight, as you'll see. He's playing as the Byzantine Empire. He had, I believe it was 4 units of trebas and archers. Then he had, 4 dismounted Byzantine lancers, 4 dismounted Laticon, 2 Varangian guard, 2 cataphractoi, 4 cataphractoi and 1 Laticon. Again, I always think the Laticon's the better unit than the cataphractoi, but the cataphractoi's got quite a lot of armour. But all in all, the Laticon is generally all around more effective, but people tend to like the cataphractoi more just because they look cooler. But the Laticon is all around a better unit. He's also got a general's bodyguard. So that's his army. Our opponents are directly opposite him. We have the Holy Roman Empire. He has got, 4 Teutonic Knights, so very powerful, 5 Teutonic Knights, very powerful cavalry. This is extremely excellent cavalry. He's not upgraded defensively, because as you can see it's got the basic armour, but even so, it is still a very good unit, very good charge, great stats, and a mace to boot, so it's armour piercing. So this is one of the best cavalry units in the game, and one of my personal favourites. So want to be very careful of those because they're definitely better than any cavalry we have. He's also got 4 Puvvy's crossbowmen for missiles. Then he's got quite a significant number of dismounted Imperial Knights. Looks like 8. And then he's got 2 armoured sergeants. So that's his army. In the centre here we have a Papal States player who very much broke the rules and brought a shitload of cavalry spam. However, that's not that bad given that it is the Papal States and their cav is pretty underwhelming. So he has a mounted crossbowman here, and then he's got a bunch of cavalry militia. I think it's about 4 cavalry militia, 4 mailed knights, 2 men-at-arms, and another 2 mounted crossbowmen, another general's bodyguard, 2 men-at-arms, and 4 dismounted men-at-arms. So tons of cav, but most likely this much cav's got no upgrades. So it's the Papal States. None of this cav's really that super great. So it won't be as tricky as it looks, but he is in a very good position given the terrain. And finally, this guy down here with Milan. Sorry, guys. He's got 3 Genoese crossbow militia. 4 5 Genoese crossbow militia. Let's see, 4 dismounted men-at-arms, and sorry, he's got way more than that actually. He's got 7 dismounted men-at-arms, 2 Famiglia Ducale, 3 Famiglia Ducale, 1 General's Bodyguard, 2 more men-at-arms at the back, another men-at-arms, and another Famiglia Ducale. So he's got pretty much all the same units. So anyway, let's begin, and I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. We'll slow it down to 0.7 because this battle's quick. So this map is the Swiss Alps map, which puts the host side at the terrain disadvantage, so it is a tricky map. There are several things you can do. I'll just pause it real quick because I just want to talk very quickly. I try not to pause too much, but a battle like this was going to require it if I want to hit any show of showing you guys everything and getting any details about what I'm doing. So it's a tricky map to work with. Sometimes if you're quick, you can, or you're clever as a team, you can take down this player opposite here quite quickly, but then the enemy team's always going to just come up here, and it's not really a very good strategy, but you can do it because the terrain's a little bit more fair down here for the side, at least directly, but you'll be in a bad situation versus these two. So not a really great strategy, but one that can work if you do it properly. Again, on the right, it's not too bad if you can draw your opponent out to here where it's relatively a bit more even, but again that requires letting them have a better position over here anyway. So I often find the best result is to actually push quite hard or try and get a position in the middle. If you can really, it is a pretty steep climb up here, but it's not too bad. And if your team works well and you get a good break in the centre, you can reposition and get onto quite high ground up here, or even locations here. So our strategy in this particular battle is to just move up here, and what I'm going to do is just shoot this cavalry. 2 reasons. One, if he doesn't risk charging me, he'll lose numbers, and if he does risk charging me, it draws him off the higher ground so that I can fight him on slightly lower terrain where it's a little bit more even. In addition, he's got all this cavalry, but I have a lot of infantry that I can use to back up my cavalry, so I'm just going to shoot his cavalry here and see if he'll come down. So let's go to normal speed because I don't really like the slow motion speed for the major action. The battle pretty much just converges on my location, so if we charge in here, and the action's going to get pretty fierce. I'm outnumbered, but my cav's a lot better. Now people tend to forget how effective English Knights can be, because English Knights use an axe and they still have 8 charge, even though their stats are a bit lower, and that's really makes them a lot better than they first appear. So as you can see, I send around a male knight to outflank my opponent's around because he kind of blobs, and I get great support from the Cataphractoi from Timeless, and he comes in, and as you can see, we've already got a unit broken here, and it's pretty much a full strength one too, 34, but it's only a crappy cavalry militia. So it becomes a big cluster very quickly. I'm going to start pouring on sword infantry, and I'm going to start using fire arrows too, and we're going to try to go for a surround. Now, for reasons I cannot fathom, the Holy Roman Empire player did absolutely nothing. He basically sent this cavalry forward for no good reason. If he had sent his cavalry in, this would have been way harder, because those Teutonic Knights could have made a humongous difference to this battle, but as it is, he doesn't really do anything much. Swedes, as you can see, is gunning it uphill. He's going to come all the way uphill, but when he gets here, we'll have all our cavalry on the location here, which will be really nice. So give you some nice close-ups. This just comes out to be a huge cluster of Papal, English, Byzantine, and eventually Scottish units when they come in here. So as you can see, we're working to essentially just encircle our opponents. He's eating a lot of missile fire in here, and as you can see, Swedes is coming in from the lower end, as is some of these Ladicon here, and now I put fire arrows in, so that'll help lower the morale. So this surround, I actually think I just killed one of my own cavalry, did I? I don't know, whatever. That's not a big deal if I kill 1 or 2 of my own, but as you can see, they're actually totally surrounded. When the flags flash red like this, it basically means that they're actually fighting to the death, so they cannot rout, so they just die. This is really good this way too, because you can mop them up and they won't come back at all. You can see that the Holy Roman Empire player finally gets his his ass moving to assist his ally, but we're going to have time to disengage from this, and I'm going to pull out in a minute because these guys are just fighting and they're just still getting wiped out. And as you can see, because there's such a mass rout going on there, it actually lowers the morale of these other units around here as well. So these Holy Roman Empire units are also outnumbered quite heavily now by our guys here, so it's lowering their morale, even though they're the better cavalry unit. So you do have to be careful about how you pick your fights. If you pick fights that are not like where there's a mass rout initiating and you're completely outnumbered, even superior units will rout quite quickly. In this case, you can see those are very good cavalry units. You see me use them in other battles to great effect, and they got completely owned very quickly. So that's, you got to be very careful about how you pick your fights. So now the Milanese player has charged in with his units here, so I'm going to start sending my cavalry around the back, and I'm going to start pouring on my infantry here. And as you can see, I think his Swedes, where is Swedes? Our Swedes moved up behind where I originally was positioned, so he's behind me there, but he's got his cav from one side, and I've got my general's bodyguard from the other, and I'm going to send my guys down. I'm going to make a little quick charge down here on these guys here, because the infantry in this downhill charge will be fantastic. Pretty damn devastating, I should think. As you know, cav charges are devastating. When me and Swedes cav charges in, it mass routes the Milanese cav quickly. Fire arrows still coming in, and it's lowering the morale as well. So very quick battle here, as you can see. It's almost over already, but basically it was just a huge charge. Our opponent massively broke the rules, but fortunately he used them pretty poorly, and if he'd done it with a more cavalry focused faction, it probably would have been a lot harder, and if that Teutonic player had supported more, it would have worked out better. As you can see now, the Byzantines and the Holy Roman Empire begin their fight, but the Byzantines are getting their numbers on better, and they've got better terrain. As you can see, the Holy Roman Empire is getting overwhelmed. The dismounted Laticon are a better unit than the dismounted Imperial Knights, so the Byzantines have the advantage in terms of infantry, and he's got numbers as well, so he's going to win this fight. And I think in a moment the the Holy Roman Empire player just decides to quit. Anyway, as you can see, me and the Swedes have effectively just mopped up the last of the Milanese units, and I believe very soon, there you go, the Holy Roman Empire player admits defeat. Now, unfortunately, right at the moment where we were about to finalise the battle and win, Steam had a mass crash and we all got basically knocked out of the game, so I cannot show you the scorecard, but it didn't really matter too much. I was able to go into the temporary saves folder and find this battle, and it survived all the way to the end. As you can see, we only lost 17% of our army. They lost 71% of theirs. It was, in my opinion, definitely a heroic victory. I think this would have come across as a heroic victory. I have no idea what the kills were. I would say it would be fairly even, because we're all fairly evenly involved. I'd say we all had around probably 600 odd kills, and probably a couple hundred captures, and somewhere in that vicinity of kills. But overall, it was a very fun game, very quick, very aggressive game. But I think it goes to show you that if you are proactive, not reckless, but proactive, even when presented with a very challenging terrain scenario, because the Swiss Alps really favours the team that's not the host. The hosted team gets shit on by the terrain. But I think the best place to honestly go is straight up the middle. But you need to amass a lot of power to the middle, because the middle is still hard, because if the enemy team sorts a good up defence there, it's tricky. But it's so easy to just for them to retreat and just camp. But it's a tough map to fight on, and I generally I like terrain diversity and challenges, but to be honest, this map is very hard to be. If you're up against other players who are equally as experienced as you, it's not very easy, next to impossible really, if they know what they're doing, because they'll just use the terrain to their advantage and they won't give you much opportunity. So it's very difficult to make this map work effectively, so it doesn't always come off that well. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a really fun battle. I've been playing a lot of Medieval too late. Me and Swedes have really made a concentrated effort to get back into it, so I hope you have enjoyed it. There's plenty more to come. There'll be Napoleon battles to come as well. I've got some more Rome Total War. What I'm trying to do with my channel now is I want to go back to what I was doing originally with my channel. I realised that what I was doing was I became too heavily focused on Rome Total War 31k. Now don't get me wrong, I love 31k, but the community with Rome Total War is not that much fun anymore, not in comparison to what it used to be. A lot of stupid arguments and foolishness go on, if you ask me, but I still love 31k in and of itself. But I realised I made the mistake of making it such a sole focus on my channel that what kind of happened is I alienated some of my regular viewers to Medieval 2 or Napoleon or Rome 2 or whatever. So what I want to do is get back to that core strength what I think with my channel offered was diversity of Total War games. So I will be trying to bring you a bit of everything every now and again, and I'll try to be a lot more regular, guys. So if you really are interested, leave comments and just keep giving me feedback, because it just helps me know that if you guys are interested, and if you guys are interested, I'm more inclined to keep at it longer. So once again, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out the Swedish Landsknekt channel. I'll be linking it in the description. Outstanding channel, as you know, and he's my very good friend who we kick a lot of ass with, and well, we've had our asses kicked quite a bit over the years as well, but I always enjoy a great game of Swedes, and his channel's outstanding, so be sure to check it out, and I'll see you guys next time.